John, there have been a few games where I think you would acknowledge you've been the first team to crack. How pleased are you to be in this game and not to have been a team that cracked, but sort of cracked them?
Yeah, it got a little scary there. The second part of that third period, I thought that's where Bob was outstanding. Made some great saves there. Where first two periods he barely had work. Yeah, we're involved in these close games, and I think we've handled ourselves pretty well. And tonight we found a way to get the result. I didn't know, I just felt, if you remember the play, Jonesy makes a great stick check on a guy. Bob's looking the other way. The puck bounces and hits the post. Instead of going in the net, it hit the post. I felt right there that we had a chance to win the game. Well, because we've just had so much bad puck luck. And yeah, so it's just good to get the result where I thought for most of that game we played really well.
John, how early in the day or late in the afternoon did you find out about Panarin and just take us through the decision?
Yeah, there was a question mark during the pregame skate. We didn't think it was going to come to this. I had talked to Duke and had him go for warm-up. But yeah, we found out, an hour or so. But when he came in, we decided, just listening to him and telling us about how he felt, that he wasn't going to play. So, and I thought it gave me an opportunity to change the lines a little bit, trying to get Winnie going, put him in more of an offensive position. Certainly get Duke in there. I thought Duke. The speed that he can show, that some of the things he can do, I just hope he understands the other part of it, because I'd love to keep him in the lineup. That's going to fall on him.
John, on that, it seemed like each of the lines seemed to respond. Maybe it was the freshness of who they were playing with or whatever, but I wonder if you could talk about what those changes meant to each of those lines, especially the top two.
Yeah, I think everybody contributed, and I agree with you, Dave. I think, like, we gave him Sunday off because I thought the whole routine was just boredom. Play a game, practice at noon, play another game, and we've been home for so long. I probably wouldn't have changed the lines if we didn't have the injury, but I think I felt much better, easier to change the lines, because I thought we were playing well going into this game, so I didn't want to screw things up. But when Brett's out and some other things came about and some discussions with players as far as their game, it gave me an opportunity to try different things, and I think it did add some freshness to us.
You mentioned this before with maybe Bjorkstrand, just the ability to play on like a top six type of role. There are certain players that just kind of play better in those roles, aren't there? And would you say Bjorkstrand and maybe Duclair are two guys that are kind of that way? They just kind of they fit into those type of roles. Yeah,
I don't think you want to put those guys onto a line like a Jenner, Anderson, Foligno line. I think I think they fit with a Wenny, a playmaking center, a Luke who basically does a lot of things. But that's the problem sometimes. There's not enough room if some other guys are going, and but I do think both of them played good tonight, and I think they're certainly mindful about how hard they have to play, so hopefully we'll make hard decisions if they continue to try to play the right way.
Spoken so much about Wenberg in the past. I think one goal in his last almost 40 games or so. Is there a sense where his game is at? You said you elevated him for more offensive. Has he earned his way up to that, or is it just an attempt to get him?
Yeah, I don't know if it's earning. And to be fair to him, and I want to say this the right way, I haven't put him in a lot of offensive roles just because of what we talked about, that Luke took his job. That falls on him. Luke took his job. And then I have a general line that has basically an identity as far as that line that's going to play under the hash and all that. And I have, like I told you, I have a fourth line that's played really well, if you can call it the fourth line. So this is where it falls to. Winnie and I have talked. I'm going to try, because I think we can be mad. We can keep waiting for him. We can piss and moan about it. But I need to try to find certain times in the game where I can get him into an offensive position. Let's say Brett comes back in the lineup. I like with him, Brett, and Borky. They played some shifts together. I think I need to get him that. Because to be fair to him, sometimes the guys he's playing with are dumping the puck in, and they're going to grind, which is their role. But it's not his game. But having said that, he's got to want the puck. He's got to want to skate with the puck. That's the give and take between him and I right now. If he shows me he wants to be aggressive with the puck and he wants to skate and try to beat people and then make plays from there, I'll find him some time because it can do nothing but help this team if we can get him going. He's a 60-point guy in the National Hockey League a few years ago. 2 years ago, wasn't it? It can't be gone. We have to help him.